Hello and welcome to today's video. We're diving into a fascinating topic: how Christmas is celebrated in China, the history of Christianity there, the behavior of the Chinese government towards Christians, and the country's relationship with the Pope. Stay tuned as we explore these intriguing aspects of Chinese culture and faith. While Christmas is not an official public holiday in China, the festive season is still celebrated in many cities, especially in urban areas. Shopping malls, restaurants, and hotels often decorate with Christmas trees, lights, and Santa Clauses, creating a magical atmosphere. Christmas has become a commercial event in China, heavily influenced by Western culture. Many people in China, especially younger generations, treat Christmas as a time for gift-giving and spending time with friends. However, it's not necessarily seen as a religious holiday for most. In fact, Christmas has become more of a romantic celebration or a chance for people to enjoy a break from work rather than a religious observance. Some Christians in China do observe the religious aspects of Christmas by attending church services or spending time in prayer. But for the majority of the population, it's simply an opportunity to enjoy the festive atmosphere, share meals, and exchange gifts. Christianity's roots in China date back to the Tang dynasty in the 7th century, when Christian missionaries from Persia brought the faith to the court of Emperor Taizong. However, it wasn't until the 16th century, with the arrival of Jesuit missionaries like Matteo Ricci, that Christianity began to establish a more lasting presence in China. Throughout the centuries, Christianity in China faced both acceptance and resistance. Under the Qing dynasty, Christianity experienced periods of persecution, especially during the Boxer Rebellion in 1900, when anti-foreign and anti-Christian sentiments led to violence against Christians and missionaries. Today, there are an estimated 60 million Christians in China, though exact numbers are difficult to verify due to government restrictions on religious groups. Christianity has grown significantly in China, especially among urban youth, despite the challenges it faces. Christianity in China operates under strict government regulation. The Chinese government recognizes 5 officially sanctioned religions: Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, Protestant Christianity, and Catholicism. However, religious practices are monitored and must adhere to government regulations. Many Christians in China attend state-approved churches, either Protestant or Catholic, that are overseen by the government. The Three Self-Patriotic Movement is the government-backed Protestant church, while the Chinese Patriotic Catholic Association manages Catholicism in China. These organizations are intended to ensure that religious practices align with the government's policies. However, there are also underground churches, house churches, that operate without government approval. These churches often face surveillance, harassment, or even persecution. Christians in these underground churches practice their faith discreetly, risking arrest and punishment. Religious persecution in China is a controversial topic, with many international organizations expressing concern over the treatment of Christians, especially those in unregistered or underground churches. Despite these challenges, Christianity continues to grow in China, with many believers finding ways to practice their faith. China's relationship with the Vatican and the Pope has been complex, shaped by politics, religion, and history. For much of the 20th century, the Chinese government did not recognize the authority of the Pope, leading to tensions between Beijing and the Holy See. In 1957, the Chinese government established the Chinese Patriotic Catholic Association to oversee Catholic affairs in the country, effectively cutting off ties with the Vatican. For decades, the Pope's influence was seen as a foreign intrusion, and Chinese Catholics were not allowed to recognize the authority of the Holy See. However, in 2018, a historic agreement was reached between the Vatican and China, aiming to improve relations. This agreement gave the Vatican a role in the appointment of Catholic bishops in China, while also allowing the Chinese government to maintain control over the Catholic Church. While the deal was seen as a step forward, it has not been without controversy, with some Catholic groups questioning whether it compromises religious freedoms. Despite this agreement, China's relationship with the Pope remains delicate, and many Catholics in China continue to navigate the complex landscape of practicing their faith under the government's watchful eye. Christmas Day in China may not be an official holiday, but over the years, several significant events have taken place on December 25th that shaped the country's history. Let's take a look at some of the notable events that occurred on this day. One of the most important events in modern Chinese history that happened around Christmas time was the victory of the Chinese Communist Party in 1949. On December 25th of that year, Chiang Kai-shek's government collapsed and the People's Republic of China was officially established, marking the end of a long civil war. While not directly related to Christmas celebrations, the timing of this event on December 25th was a significant turning point in China's history. Fast forward to 1989, another pivotal year. On Christmas Day, the Chinese government took decisive steps to control the growing pro-democracy movements, which were culminating in what would later become the Tiananmen Square protests. Though the events leading up to the crackdown didn't directly involve Christmas, the holiday season often marked moments of tension and political change during the late 1980s. And more recently, Christmas Day in 2017 saw a significant event in the entertainment world. A major international film premiere took place in Beijing on December 25th, as Chinese audiences were introduced to some of Hollywood's biggest blockbusters. As China's entertainment industry continues to grow, Christmas Day events, like film releases and special performances, have gained popularity in major cities. To sum up, Christmas in China is celebrated in unique ways, with a mix of commercial festivities and religious observance. Christianity, despite its history of challenges and government oversight, continues to grow and evolve in China. The country's relationship with the Pope and the Vatican remains an ongoing story of diplomacy, faith, and politics. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on world culture and religion. Let us know your thoughts on Christmas and Christianity in China in the comments below.